Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video, I am going to be working on a new set. I recently removed an acrylic set that I had on, and I have a video on how I remove and prepare for a refill on an acrylic set on myself, so please check that out in the cards. I am starting off like I normally do, prepping with my Mia Secret Dehydrator, Primer, and the Young Nails Protein Bond. I'm doing a thin coat of each, and then I'm going to get ready for everything else. So this set actually had a few alterations that happened in it towards the end. I'm starting off with my regular clear coat of acrylic. I'm still using the Sugar and Cream crystal clear right now. I bounce in between this and a few other brands, but right now this is just the one that I have like in reach. I'm really enjoying it, so that's what I'm using. Yeah, so this set I had in mind for a while and went full force with it, but over like a day or two I realized it was just too much for me personally, so I actually took off a little bit of the design, but nothing crazy. So right now I'm just going in with that crystal clear, and because I had that previous set on for about 2 to 3 weeks, the tips of my nails actually were not as sharp as they used to be. I'm someone who uses their hands a lot. I type a lot. I'm, doing a lot of not hard labor, but like I use my hands a lot. So the tips of my nails don't stay in the shape that I originally put them in. So I had these in like a really good sharp tapered square shape, but as you can see, the tips are very softened. They're rounded off, kind of like a rounded square. So what I'm doing here, in addition to adding my clear layer of acrylic, is trying to add some more bulk around the tips of the nail with the clear acrylic. I'm kind of sculpting with a really dry bead excess, I guess, product on the tip to kind of build back out that shape that has been ground down with typing and just tapping my nails around and rubbing them on things. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm using a really dry bead, and it's out of frame. As you can see, I'm just trying to pull that acrylic very thinly to kind of fill in the shape of the nail that has been ground down and pushed away over time. So that's what I do for myself. I'll do it for a client as well. I have clients who are just as rough as me with their nails, and this is what I do just so that we don't have to like take off the tip and add something new. We can just use acrylic to kind of sculpt back the shape of the nail that we want. This color that I'm going in now is from Sugar and Cream. It's a color called Me and You, and I've been seeing it on Instagram so much. So I got it in a recent haul video. I will link that for you to check out. Sugar and Cream has really great quality acrylics. They are all ridiculously pigmented, and this color is a fine example of that. This acrylic, even more so than the other Sugar and Cream colors that I have, is extremely opaque. There's a ton of pigment in it, and the powder is very dense. So as you can see, I am just patting it down the length of my nail. I'm doing it in about 2 beads for the most part, and this acrylic was setting very quickly. It was just very rich of a color, and it's very opaque. So I'm also using this color to kind of build back the shape of the nail. As you saw before, my pinky was kind of like dull in terms of the shape, but as you can see, I'm applying the acrylic and patting it in a way where I can get back that tapered square shape that I really enjoy. Now I'm just applying my cuticle bead. I'm putting it slightly underneath my cuticle, and then I use the tip of my brush to kind of push it up towards the cuticle so I don't flood my cuticle area. I'm very prone to doing that, especially when working on myself. It's just, it's just really easy to do, quite frankly, when I'm working on myself, but that's how I try to combat that. And as you can see, this color is pigmented, and I'm just using the body of the brush to kind of push the acrylic into that shape. Underneath, we saw that the tip was not fully there. The tip is like worn down and tired, but you can't tell now after the color application. I'm doing my best to kind of sculpt the tip shape that I want for myself. So I'm basically going to be doing that on all of the nails except for my ring finger. So our special finger is the ring finger, and I'm going to be doing a 3-color ombre with these shimmer and glitter acrylics. This first color is called Romance from Sugar and Cream. It's a really, really beautiful, deep, kind of like a bloody red with beautiful gold sparkle in it. I used it in an autumn look that I did late last year. I will link that just in case you want to check that out. And again, I am not trying to get rid of all that product. As you can see, I'm just kind of pushing it around to where I need it to be and trying to build up that shape that I'm looking for. The tips that I had after wearing them for a bit and then filing them down were kind of like mangled and worn down. They're not really sharp. So what I'm doing is the remaining product, I'm just basically sculpting it in a way to kind of give myself that tip shape. So as you can see, it looks more sharp than it did before. That's me just mashing the acrylic around. And you can do that. You don't have to take off a tip and reapply it. Tips can last a really long time if you do this. So that's basically what I'm doing. The next color that I'm going to go in with is another shimmer, but this one is from iGel Beauty and it's called Coral Glow. It is actually another recent haul video too. I'll just link all the haul videos where I've got these colors so you can see them when I swatched it. And it's a really, really gorgeous deep coral color. It kind of looks more like a hot pink coral in person, and I thought that it would be a nice transition from this deep red to the cuticle color that I'm planning on using. And one thing that's great about ombreing shimmer or glitter colors is that they're very forgiving because the shimmer kind of helps you in the blending process. The third color that I'm going to go in with is it from iGel Beauty? Yes, it's also from iGel Beauty. And it's called Honey Bunches. So I actually got this color, I think it was my first order with iGel Beauty, and I forgot about it. It's been sitting in the back of my drawer, and I was looking for a color that would kind of tie in with the Me and You, but that was also a glitter, and I found it in the back, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So this iGel Beauty color, Honey Bunches, is like a warm golden color, kind of like, it reminds me of honey. Maybe I'm saying that just because it's in the name, but it's a warm goldeny color with a lot of gold pigment in it. So you can see the color there, and it just blended beautifully into Coral Glow. That's the great thing about, you know, ombreing with shimmer or glitters. They're just very, very forgiving. And that's pretty much what this ombre is looking like. It's a 3-color ombre, and I'm going back in with that Coral Glow just because I felt like I lost that color a bit and I wanted to kind of have it there. In hindsight, at the end of the set, I throw so much bling on this nail anyway that you don't even see the ombre anyway, but it's nice to, you know, get in the practice of doing things, you know, so that with intention. So that's pretty much the ombre nail. The last finger is my pointer finger. I'm just gonna go in with that Me and You color and just do a solid nail in that as well. And here is my nails. Here are my nails after application. As you can see, the tips of the nails are sharper than they were when I started. That was me just pushing that acrylic around just to ensure that the tip shape, I didn't have to file down to get a sharper shape. I just built up the product so that I could keep the length and get the shape that I wanted. Now I'm just going in with a fine sanding band. This is the same sanding band that I used to prep my nails. And I'm smoothing out the acrylic that I just placed on all of the solid nails. I'm going to be going in and doing a liquid marble with gel polish. So I just wanted to make sure that the nail is smooth beforehand. I'm also going to encapsulate them. So I wanted to debulk a tiny bit and smooth out the nail so that when I add the polish and then add a clear cap of acrylic, they wouldn't be too bulky. So I'm just going in with this really quickly to do that. So this liquid marble trend I've been seeing around a bit, and I wanted to give it a try. This set actually came out really warm. I was thinking this would have been a gorgeous set for fall time, but you know, no time like the present. I am taking a line of each of these polishes, and I will link them below. It's a mix of iGel Beauty and Model 1's gel polishes, and I am just placing them in a line. I've got hot pink, orange, that honey bunches color, because iGel Beauty does a dip and dab in the powder and polish, and white, and a cherry red, and a deep brown maroon color. I'm taking a ball daughter tool and I'm just zigzagging the color to marble. Now I'm going to be using blooming gel. So this is what you need to get the effect that you're looking for. Blooming gel basically allows anything that you place on top to kind of spread. So I'm applying blooming gel to all of the nude solid nails, and then we're going to go in with that marble paint and just kind of drag it around on the nails and let the blooming gel do its thing. Alright, so I just took a very fine detail brush and I am scooping up some of the colors from that marble that we did and just zigzagging it across the nail. And if I saw that there was a little bit too much of one color, like the white, I just take a little bit more paint, picking up colors that I want to see, and just marbling it, zigzagging across the nail. And as you can see, the edges of that polish are just going to start blurring, and that's what the blooming gel is doing. If you look at the pinky, you can see it's kind of just spreading out slowly, and that's how you get that kind of watercolor effect with the polishes. I think it was really pretty. The longer you let the polishes kind of sit in that blooming gel, the more they spread. So in hindsight, I would have done an even smaller amount, because as you can see in the pinky, it's kind of just taking over that base color, and I just wanted it to be like a small swirl of color. But no problem, these came out really gorgeous. After that, I'm gonna stick my hand in my UV light and let it cure, LED light, and let it cure for 60 seconds, and this is what it came out with. So because the blooming gel is a gel base kind of polish, it is a sticky base, so I'm actually going in with some gold foil that I shredded up previously, and I'm just placing them along the same swirl diagonal thing that I had with the gel polish, just to add some interest in gold. I did sprinkle some gold glitter in the polishes before adding it to the nail. That was just a glitter that I got in my Young Nails mystery box haul. There was there was a crap ton of glitters that they threw in there, and I just thought that that glitter was a nice fit with the shimmers that we had going on that marble nail. And now I'm just adding some gold foils that I pre-shredded. I don't have to use anything to adhere, because when you cure that blooming gel, you do have an adhesion layer, so the foils are sticking perfectly to that. After this, I am going to clear cap all of the nails with the crystal clear sugar and cream acrylic. and check it out. It's looking really good. All of the nails have really good shape on the ends, and then we're gonna refine that shape with an 80/80 hand file and my Young Nails dust collector. So I am focusing on maintaining that nice shape that we built up with the acrylics. Remember, I tried to fix the tips with clear acrylic. I added product around the tip area and extended and sculpted a bit with that Me and You color, and then I did it again with the clear acrylic. So just making sure to get the shape that I want. I'm top swiping over the nail to kind of debulk with this 80/80 hand file and crispening up the shape. I just want it to be a nice crisp tapered square. I want it to be like sharp, you know, on the edges, because as you saw when I took off the previous set, my edges were like dull. It was like a rounded square. So I'm just focusing on that and debulking with this hand file, and then afterwards I am going to go in with my 5-in-1 fine carbide bit and just smooth the surface of the nails just a little bit more. So this is what the set is looking like, and snap for magic. After filing and buffing my nails, this is the bling gel that I'm often talking about. It's the Two Guys 2-in-1 no wipe top coat bling gel, and I'm applying that with a brush. Then I'm actually going in with the top coat gel. I found it in the back of my drawer and was like, oh, I have a ton of them because I have like a lot of those poly gel kits, and they all come with this glossy top coat. And it's a really good top coat, guys. So if you know you're on a budget and you're looking for a good glossy top coat, check out that Macart one. It's pretty good. And then I'm just gonna go in and bling the crap out of this nail. So one thing that I thought was interesting is that usually when I'm blinging out a nail, I'm just winging it. But what I did prior to adding it on this nail is that I actually went and built this design in like a little container before, and it totally changed things for me. I felt like I was in control. I already knew what the design was gonna look like. It was just more relaxing. I always feel a little bit of stress when doing bling on nails, especially on clients, because you have to repeat it. But if you're like that, I would just suggest doing what I did. You can't really see it here, but I have like this tiny little cap on the table where I already built this design, so I knew exactly where everything was gonna go. I had already picked all of the bling pieces that I'm using. I'm using crystal AB rhinestones. I've got some Swarovski like deep plum AB colored rhinestones, gold gems, gold bars, crystal beaded ropes. Like, I just planned it before, and then I'm using some gold caviar beads. So that's just what's happening here. Nothing crazy. I love to add a crap ton of items to my bling nails, and like I said in the beginning, you can't even see the ombre, but it came out great. So this is what the set looked like when I first finished. I top coated all the nails, but about 2 days later, I was like, it's just a little too busy for me. So this is what the nails ended up looking like. I just went in with my, not sanding band, e-file, and filed off the gel polish from 3 of the other nails, and then added jump rings to my pointer finger. So this felt a little bit just more tame for me. I really love the marble design, but it was just a little too much to have on every single nail. Hopefully you liked this video, you learned something, or just enjoyed watching me do my nails. Like if you like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.